We couldn't sell anything. The agency had 0 walk-ins. We have to figure out something to do. A little over 6 years ago, I was actually bartending and bought a small struggling book out here in California because that's what some people in the industry said to do and that it was a great investment. But it scared me because when I came in, I bought a book for $750,000 and I was on track for making right around $60K a year. And I just said to myself, like, how does this make sense? So I actually purchased the book from an agent. His wife was working in the agency and she actually passed. So they had other agents in helping out their agency. To make a long story short, the agency had 0 walk-ins, did not have goodwill with the book. So we just had to call everybody and just figure out how to sell. We couldn't sell anything. I mean, it was impossible, but we were trying to get that goodwill. We were selling just literally a few policies a month. And I said, we have to figure out something to do to get people in the door. And we're in California, so bake sales and stuff like that doesn't work. I wish it did. So what I ended up doing was buying some live transfers to hit a bonus at the end of the year. And that worked. But the problem is those transfers got to almost $100 a piece. And as we were scaling, the price increased. So I called one of my buddies at the live transfer company that I was working with, and he said, man, why don't you just try internet leads? I said, because internet leads suck. He said, we actually call all of the internet leads and then we transfer it to agents. There's a low supply of live transfer. There's a high supply of internet leads. So right then I knew that I had to figure out how to build that kind of telefunnel that the live transfer company was having. So using that one strategy, that year and the next year, we were able to, just with one strategy, create predictable sales and growing our book more than 7 million in 4 years and became best in company just with that one strategy. And that was it. So, and we also have an entire system as well to actually make this successful. I know when I started doing this, I tried different telemarketers from all over the world. I tried to get the cheapest ones. I tried all kinds of stuff, but like it didn't work. It never worked. And the problem was it was the wrong process. Right? I mean, a hamburger is a hamburger, but it gets made by so many different places, right? The right process will make a hamburger joint successful. And that's exactly how this is. The right process will make this successful. The wrong process, it's a giant waste of money. So we've laid out all of that for you. There's no guesswork. Follow what we've done and all the other agents within our group that are dominating. I mean, a lot of them are doing $200,000 to $300,000 a month, but we also have people that are doing $50,000 a month with almost no team, you know what I mean? With like a low team. So you can still design it the way you want it, but it just completely frees you up from having to worry, to wonder, and to not hit a decent amount of sales to get your book of value. Every year that goes by, right now, the dollar is depreciating greatly. So if you keep your agency where it's at now and you don't grow it within the next few years, it's not going to be very valuable. Not to mention, you're probably losing a little bit as well. So like this kind of thing buys your time. It buys you the ability to start making bigger commission checks quicker. And I'm highly passionate about it because I wouldn't have been able to survive if I didn't do this. I wouldn't have been able to put my family in a position now that is very secure. I wouldn't have been able to save any money. Yeah. I would have been in debt by now if I didn't spend the money to do this. So it's something I'm highly passionate about. And that's why we originally put it together, was because it changed our lives and we want to be able to help others do the same.